Welcome back to Your Questions Answered, episode 2, where I answer your questions related to health and nutrition. After releasing episode 1, I'm very pleased to say that we've had some fantastic feedback and I've been flooded with even more questions. So without too much chit chat, let's get the ball rolling with today's episode. Just a friendly reminder, this video is not designed to diagnose or treat any medical problems. For that, please do speak with your doctor. Right, let's get started with question number 1. What is your advice for people suffering from lymphedema? Are there any foods or vitamins that would help? Thank you. Well, for edema and particularly swelling in your lower legs, you'd want to get yourself on a low carbohydrate diet. Lowering your sugars and your carbohydrate intake can help your body to flush out excess water to bring down the swelling in the legs. You also want to get more potassium from eating things like leafy green vegetables. A supplement called nattokinase can help with this as well, and nutritional yeast to supply vitamin B1. The next question says, thanks for information. What is the problem if someone's burping a lot and sometimes pushing the heart? Burping and belching is usually a sign that there's some type of digestive problem in your body, problems with breaking down your food. Taking a digestive enzyme blend could help with this in a supplement, and these can fortify your natural digestive juices. Also, drinking at least 1 litre of water per day can help to flush the system through. The next question says, due to excess screen time, I have anxiety, stress, and now I've got memory loss due to a sedentary lifestyle. Please help me, Ryan. For that information, I would recommend that you check out my video on vitamins for anxiety, or I also have another one called herbs for anxiety. Calming down your stress response with things like vitamin B1, kava, lemon balm, ashwagandha, or even rhodiola can help to reduce the stress, and it can also reduce the memory loss if it is stress related. What's the best food for fibrosis of the liver? Thanks. Absolutely, milk thistle, a weed that grows basically everywhere here in the UK and all over Europe and most of the world. You can get milk thistle in a supplement, and it helps to clean the liver and help prevent further fibrosis, and it may even help to reverse it a little bit. If the fibrosis is on other parts of the body, you might want to look into fibrinolytic enzymes like serrapeptase, nattokinase or lumbrokinase. Can I cure Addison's disease? Again, we never say cure, but it definitely can be reversed and helped along. You may need to increase your sodium levels a little bit from salt, and also find ways to manage your stress, as stress is usually the underlying causes of problems with cortisol and the adrenal glands. You want to focus on relaxation and lowering cortisol. Again, I do have videos on each of these topics. You just need to go to my channel and search for cortisol or stress. Number 6 is, this is wonderful news. Thank you, Ryan. I think so too. Thank you for the support, and we'll keep going with these questions. Number 7 says, can I ask what vitamins boost the mind to be more clever? The kind of supplements that you're referring to are called nootropics. These are things like L-theanine, very small doses of caffeine, rhodiola, alpha lipoic acid, things like that. There are actually thousands of different nootropics which can help to improve your memory and your brain and cleverness and things like that, but these are some of my personal favourites. The right side of thyroid gland is swelling. I take iodine tablets, but they're not working. Please suggest to me, thank you. Taking iodine isn't always enough. You need to focus on dietary things, improving the health of your liver actually. Thyroid problems are usually as a result of some type of dysfunction in your liver. So taking selenium, milk thistle, and following a clean low-carb diet can help you with that. I eat every day some breakfast, like bread and chocolate and a cup of coffee. I can't stop. I'm grieving those foods. Please tell me something to stop. Much appreciated. First of all, I completely understand. It's not easy. I'd suggest that you focus eating more nutritional foods before you stop cutting them out. So start eating more whole, nutritious foods, and they will satisfy you more and make you less likely to crave these things. Taking nutritional yeast or brewer's yeast is really good for reducing stress and cravings for bread and coffee. You also want to stay hydrated and start eating more natural fat sources as well to keep you full, like avocados, extra virgin olive oil, or even a good quality grass-fed butter. And next we have, hello, I have a question for concerning fatigue and weakness. What are the main causes and what can someone do to rectify it? I know it's sometimes caused by low blood sugar levels. Thank you so much and keep up the good work. Just to clarify, you do have the word doctor in there. I'm not a doctor, I'm a nutritionist from the UK. It is very important that you speak with your own doctor, as I'm not allowed to give medical advice. However, I can offer some suggestions for your own research. One of the main causes of fatigue is actually a vitamin B1 deficiency or an electrolyte imbalance. I did a video on this recently. Taking B vitamins from nutritional yeast or getting a good quality electrolyte blend can help. Also, make sure that you're not cutting all of the salt out of your diet, because salt is a very important source of sodium for your energy needs. How do you moderate sugar if it's in almost everything? This is a really good question. I believe it's probably simpler than you think. There's no sugar in meat or fish. There's barely any sugar in whole vegetables. And there's no sugar in water. So, in essence, you just want to start eating whole, real foods. And just say no to anything that comes out of a packet or a fast food restaurant, and you should be good. The next question says, hello sir, any cure for celiac disease? By the way, the majority of our family members, including, and I am sorry, some of your question got cut off there, but I'll answer the first part. Focus on improving your gut health. Taurine from ox bile can help with this, and cutting out refined carbohydrates like corn, potatoes and rice, which are all bad for celiac. You want to build up your nutrient stores with things like zinc and B vitamins to help heal the gut. Ryan, what would be the best option for non-gluten bread? Bake yourself a good quality almond and coconut loaf at home. You can find recipes for these online. I wouldn't buy the gluten-free breads from the supermarkets though, because they replace the gluten with all kinds of different junk that's really not good for your body. Try to replace your bread with some other less processed carbohydrates like wild rice if you can. Here in the USA, we consume lots of ingredients that are banned or frowned upon in other countries. I'd like to know what you think about that. Well, that's down to the US Food and Drug Administration, and whether or not they have the ability to make biased or non-biased decisions, and whether or not they're being subsidized for their choices by big corporations. I definitely think there could be better regulations over there in the US. For example, here in the UK we have much less in terms of genetically modified food, and lots of artificial flavourings are banned. Over there you've also got things like potassium bromate used in breads and doughs, which is actually cancer causing. So yeah, in my opinion there is work to be done on banning more of these ingredients. Next we have, it's been about a year since I've been trying to reduce belly fat, but no result yet. After pregnancy I got both side belly fat, tried everything, I changed my diet routine, did a lot of exercise. I'd recommend that you cut down your carbohydrates to less than 30 grams a day and stay away from fruit for 4 weeks. Come back to me in a month and let me know how you got on. All the best. Thank you for all of the information and what to do concerning our health, an aging senior losing their hair, shampoos and conditioner. First of all, get a filter for your shower head to remove the fluorides and the chlorine in the water, which is often speeding up the hair loss, especially in seniors and the elderly. In terms of shampoos and conditioners, feel free to use what you normally use, but I would suggest using an apple cider vinegar rinse at the end to remove the product buildup, and also to bring the pH of your scalp back to normal. Some shampoos and conditioners contain a lot of sulfates, which can also be bad for the hair, so look for a sulfate-free. You can also eat foods rich in minerals like seafood, shellfish, red meat. These will keep the hair strong and provide the iron and the protein and the zinc that you need to build the keratin in your hair. Is it okay to drink whole milk or raw milk? Now, some people are sensitive to milk, others not so much. If you drink whole milk or raw milk and you feel good, by all means go ahead. If you find that you get mucus or you feel groggy an hour or two after drinking it, it is likely that you're sensitive, so you may want to avoid it. If you're dieting, however, do cut out the milk, as it does contain lots of sugar that will slow your progress. Stick with whole cream if you're following a diet. What changes should I make in my life now being diagnosed with IBS? Well, what comes to mind is avoiding things that trigger you, like gluten from bread and flour, and dairy in particular. Eating more fermented vegetables may help to repair your gut, like things like sauerkraut, pickles, kimchi, any vegetables that have been fermented at home. You can also take digestive enzymes and bile, as these will help you to digest properly and absorb the nutrients from your food. The problem with diarrhea is you tend to dump a lot of the food before it has a chance to absorb the nutrients. Please suggest something about irregular menstruation periods and the solution of facial hair. This is likely a situation where you have too much insulin, and insulin resistance. So you need to focus on lowering that using the same procedure that you would for diabetes. Lower your carbs, eat more nutrient-dense fats, cut out all of the junk food and the sugars and the carbohydrates from your diet. Chromium picolinate supplement may also help. You may want to see my video titled 8 Ways to Lower Your Blood Sugars. This video also has lots of tips that will help you with this. What are the benefits of berberine? Berberine is this pigment or a chemical that's been extracted from quite a few different plants. It works similar to diabetes drugs in lowering insulin, helping to control blood sugars. It's also very good at killing off harmful bacteria in the body and supporting the immune system. Is there one type of cow's milk that's better for our health? Thank you. Your knowledge about our body blows my mind. Thank you for sharing. Well, thank you very much for that. Milk from grass-fed cows is what you want to be drinking rather than conventional cows. Also, dairy that comes from A2 cows is also gentler on the digestive system than that from A1 cows. So you'll have to do a little bit of research on that, but hopefully that points you in the right direction. Thank you very much. Do you have any type of cure for migraine? My mother swear migraine issue after every month and remained for 4 days. Please give us a general solution to overcome this issue. Take her off caffeine. Anything caffeinated like coffee, tea, and especially soda drinks like Coke and Coca-Cola, Pepsi. These are full of caffeine, which can stimulate migraines. See if that clears it up. If not, taking magnesium glycinate may help as a supplement. If it is once a month for 4 days, it could be related to the hormone cycle as well, where there's too much estrogen. This is called estrogen dominance in women. In that case, you may need to focus on improving the health of the liver, maybe taking a DIM supplement, which is diindolyl methane or sulforaphane, as this can help to balance out the hormones over time. How much apple cider vinegar is recommended for overall health benefits? Just taking 1 or 2 tablespoons up to twice a day is more than enough. I wouldn't go over this amount, as adding too much is just pointless and too much will deplete potassium. Simple, how to live longer. Well, I could write a book on this topic actually, but I'm going to give you a straight answer to the simplest way that you can live longer than I know. Learn to release all of your stress and all of the negativity from your life. Start to generate positivity and gratitude within you, and you're actually likely to live 10 years longer than taking any pill, herb, or diet. Next I'd like to know if there are any natural and effective treatments for skin diseases like scalp psoriasis. Your advice would be very helpful. Well, thank you. Scalp psoriasis, you can use apple cider vinegar that's been well diluted in water. Rinse this through your hair at the end of a shower. This will tend to clear up a lot of the problems like fungal overgrowth on the scalp that's causing the dry, itchy patches to appear. I want to ask you, what is the best source of calcium? The best source of calcium would be grass-fed cheese, ideally from Europe or the UK, as I know a lot of the cheeses in the US are processed, made from vegetable oils and fillers and things like that. Not very good. how to make nerves strong again after a B12 deficiency, and how long does it take to heal the nerves fully? Why does the condition revert once we stop taking the B12 tablets? What's the best way forward? It's difficult to say how long it takes for the nerves to heal, as everybody's different. Everybody has a different biology. B12 is helping with the nerve transmission, but to truly heal your nerves, you may need to take something a bit stronger, like benfotiamine, alpha-lipoic acid, and some zinc. It can take some time, so you need to be patient and make sure that you're fixing your diet and you're not consuming sugary foods and processed carbohydrates, as these will keep damaging the nerves. Make sure as well that you're getting your natural B12 from red meat and seafood. Next we have, I've been vegan for 10 years and I'm very healthy. Are there any tips for vegans to be extra healthy? Thank you for everything that you do. Well, first of all, I'm really glad to hear that. Some people find that it can be a struggle to get their essential omega-3s like DHA and EPA on a vegan diet. So I recommend taking a good quality algae oil as a supplement, as these can enrich your body with more of these essential fatty acids to keep your body strong and healthy. Where can we get organic supplements? We hear about vitamins, however, they have different flow agents in them that aren't healthy. Yes, this unfortunately is a problem. The quality of supplements really does vary. You really do have to dig through and read all of the ingredients and do your research. I always try my best to offer some links to products that I personally like below each of the videos, but again, you really do have to do a lot of research. There's no one good primary source that I've found, just lots of different companies. Some are better than others. However, I do like the website iHerb. They do have a good selection. And lastly, we have my knees bone are attaching each other bone on bone. What can I do for better walking and movement? Thank you for your favour. To ease bone on bone pain with arthritis, 2 teaspoons of Nordic or Icelandic virgin cod liver oil on a daily basis can help to lower the inflammation in the joint and also to help lubricate it by supporting the synovium, the synovial fluid. And there we come to the end of the second episode of Your Questions Answered. Hopefully I've solved a few of your queries. We'll be doing another episode. I still have a lot of questions from the last episode to get through. I may have to be a little bit more picky and select about 25 per episode, as I really have been swamped with these, and I'm so grateful for your questions, and I'm so sorry if I can't answer all of them. But please do drop some more questions in the comments below this video, and they may make it to a future episode. As always, I'd like to wish you great health, wealth, and happiness.